Pauline Swift for Our World Media Magazine. We're here on location in Atlanta. I'm here with the Queen of Abs, Santana Deck. I know I said the name wrong. I know.
It's okay.
I apologize.
It's okay.
Welcome to Our World Media. I would like to ask you a few questions. One of the questions I want to know is, how do you begin your day?
My day is varied, to be honest. It just depends on what I have going on that day. But I wake up anywhere from 7 a.m., sometimes noon, depending on what happened that night. And I eat breakfast. Then, of course, shower, do all my other stuff that I have to do. Then I go work out with my coach. I actually train twice a day, so I have football workouts and then I have gym workouts. So my football workouts are anywhere from 11 a.m. to noon, sometimes 1. And then afternoon, it's usually like 6 or 7. I go back to the gym and do weights. I have interviews sometimes. I have photo shoots. Sometimes I travel. It just depends on exactly what my manager and PR have scheduled for me.
That's wonderful. How did physical fitness? I mean, I'm just looking at you, and you are just all put together, so lovely. How did physical fitness become the center of your life?
Well, I've always been an athlete, literally all my life, so it has always been something that has been close to me. I've been active since literally I was 3 years old. I've been running track since I was 7. So I was always an active kid. So when I went to college, I became certified as a personal trainer my sophomore year. And then once I graduated, I literally turned it into a business with the help of my mom and, my team. So it's just something that came natural. I mean, I've been coached all my life, so I knew how to, coach and train other people. So
would you say that physical fitness is also a state of mind as well as physical?
Honestly, it's more of a state of mind than physical, because you can be physically fit all you want to, or you can want to work out or, try to work out. But if you don't have the, discipline to get up in the morning and make sure you eat breakfast and make sure you're going to the gym at 6 a.m. if you have work at 8 a.m., then it doesn't really matter, because I know so many people that's like, oh my gosh, I really want to work out, I really want to be fit, but I just can't get myself to wake up at that time, or I just can't get myself to eat right. So if you mentally are not there to actually want to put in the dedication and what it requires to actually be fit, then it doesn't matter. You can go outside and walk for a week and then be like, I'm tired, I don't want to do this anymore. So it's motivation. You have to have self-motivation to actually want to do it.
One other thing, what advice would you give to people that actually want to stay healthy? They're not really in shape, but they want to get into shape. What's the advice? What's the procedure?
The main thing that I tell people, and I tell this to music artists and people that say they don't have time to work out, you're going to have to make time one day, because if your body goes down, then everything that you're trying to do in life goes down. If you have to sit in the hospital for 6 months and you're a music artist, your career does not matter at that point. It's whether you're surviving or not. So if you say you want to get in shape and you say you want to do this and do that, one day you're going to have to make time for it. And then also, it's discipline. It's probably about 85 to 90% discipline, because again, if you can want to do anything. You can want to get up and go get your degree. You can get up and want to go start a business, but if you don't mentally have what it takes to do that, then it does not matter. So again, one day you have to make time for it and then stay motivated. Those are my 2 things that I tell everybody, because it's going to come in time, a point in time when if you're not healthy, that it's gonna creep back up on you. So you have to make time for it.
I'm going to ask you a question that all women want to know.
Okay.
Can you actually get rid of the gut?
Yes. So with the stomach, it's 95% diet.
It's diet.
That's okay. Literally like, honestly, if you did not work out that much but you ate good, you're gonna have a flat stomach. You're gonna have a small waist, because what you put into your body is what's gonna show on the outside. So if you're eating terrible but you're working out 7 days a week, it doesn't matter. It's what you eat.
And what type of food would you suggest?
I tell everybody, I'm one of those trainers. I don't say, hey, eat 2 ounces of this, make sure you have a pound of it. I don't do that. I'm not that technical. What I do tell people is, as long as you're limiting your carbs, because you do need carbs to actually move and survive. Your body needs carbs to burn. I tell people fish, I tell people chicken, I tell people turkey. Those are your 3 main sources of protein, or if you eat meat. And then lots of veggies, lots of fruit. If you're a bean person, beans as well. But the biggest issue for people is the sweets. If you don't know how to put down the bag of chips, and soda's literally is probably the worst thing you can put in your body. Coffee's really bad for you. It's really the sweets and the bad carbs that people put into their body. So if you limit that, or you just cut it out altogether, you're gonna see results. It's no way that you're not. But again, that's a motivation and discipline, because it's hard. It is hard, because I was once I ate beef, I ate pork, when I was a lot younger. But ever since I stopped, my energy level has been good. My physique is how it is now, and I'm very conscious of what I put into my body, because again, it's so much that comes with what you eat. Cancer, diseases, all that can be avoided if you ate right. People don't know that.
That's something I want to bring up with you, is that a lot of people is coming down with cancer.
Yes.
And it's like a phenomenon, and I'm wondering if it has to do with the food or lack of exercise. What do you think? What's your opinion?
My best friend actually passed away of cancer when I was in college, and he was the most athletic, physically fit person ever. But one thing I did notice about him, he ate terrible. I don't think I ever seen him eat a vegetable in his life. So your answer to that question is, diet probably has, honestly, 120%. That has a lot to do with why people develop what they develop. And if you do, I don't know if people know Dr. Sebi, or if you do your research, the government, I'm not going to go that far, but American food is designed to kill you. I'm going to leave it at that. Not going to go too deep into that. I don't want no issues.
No, because that was one of my questions I was going to ask you.
Yes,
how much does food we eat play a part in healthy lifestyles? So you're going to say
150%.
150%.
Yes.
Okay. Now, as far as you are the queen of abs. Mm-hmm. How do you see yourself in the next 5 years? What do you want to accomplish?
Man, that's such I have a long answer for that. I'm going to try to make it short.
Okay.
But the main thing is, I want to, be as successful as possible in the realm that I'm in, which is the fitness industry. And I want to, make sure that I'm inspiring people and using my platform for good, as I continue to grow, and, hopefully my brand becomes international. But, my main thing is, I feel like I was put on this earth to do something great, because, first of all, I'm a very spiritual person. I believe in God, and I just feel like He puts us all on this earth for a reason. And I love kids. I love, speaking to kids and inspiring them. And I feel like my purpose is to show the youth that there's other ways. There's other ways around 9 to 5s. There's other ways around reaching your dreams. You don't have to be a basketball player. You don't have to be a model. If you want to be a business owner, there's a way to do that. And definitely in the African American community, parents don't tell their kids enough that, hey, you don't have to work for nobody. You can actually be the owner. If you want to be a lawyer, you can actually own the law firm. You don't have to work for them. And I just feel like that's something that I want to show kids. And when I have my own kids, I'm going to tell them, you're not working for nobody. When you were 5 years old, you're going to be outside selling lemonade. You're going to be outside trying to do just like I did. And I understand everybody has to survive, but I feel like as Black people, we have to do better with our kids, because they don't know any better. They think, I got to play basketball. I have to do this. And you don't have to do that. You can actually, if you want to work or whatever, you can be the owner, the CEO. And that's my thing. But yeah, so definitely just being successful. Hopefully I have kids. I'm 25, so I would like to have a kid, by the time I'm 30, married. Of course, marriage before a kid. And, just traveling the world. I love to see, new places, and I love trying new food. So I'm big on traveling. So I like to see everything that I want to see. So, hope to be a millionaire. That's what I want to be, a millionaire by the time I'm 30. So.
With all the traveling you do now, different states and countries and so forth. What about the food? I mean, because when you travel, you're not in your house juicing and stuff like that. How does that work?
For me, I just make healthy choices. So if I go to a restaurant or something, I try to get the salads or the chicken that's not fried or whatever. So I just make sure that I'm conscious of what I eat, because I know that's a lot of people's issues too. When they travel, they're like, oh, I don't know what to eat. But if you go to McDonald's, that's the only place you can go to, there are salads. A salad, I know it's probably not the most attractive section of the menu, but you can always eat healthy. I mean, it's really no excuses, to be quite honest, because every place you go has a salad or a soup or chicken. There's healthy choices. I just know it's tempting, because if you have ice cream and brownies on this side and then it's like a salad, I know it's like so you just have to make healthy decisions.
Okay. How can people reach you and get in contact with you?
So on my social media pages, everything's TrackBaby001. And my email is my first name, which is Santia.my-last-name@yahoo.com, and I have a website which you can also contact me on there, which is queenofabs.com. So queenofabs.com.
Okay, queenofabs.com.
Yep.
Thank you for being on the show.
No problem.
Pauline Swift for Our World Media. Don't forget to continue to watch us and call me anytime. Thank you. Have a good day.